You sent the police to her house.
It was a misunderstanding. Nobody believes that Emily murdered Frank. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. They said his car was found a half-mile from here. Now, how do I know you didn't murder him? It feels pretty terrible to be accused of something you did not do. Okay, you don't make these kinds of mistakes, Mom. Why did you have Frank investigate Emily anyway?
Because she came out of nowhere and she set her sights on you. She's been hiding a criminal record, Daniel.
Is that what you hope to find?
I didn't hope to find anything.
What happened to you to make you feel so threatened all the time? Or maybe you don't know why you hate so much. Maybe it's just who you are. Stay away from Emily. I love her. I was the last person in this house to defend you, Mom. And now you've lost me too. I love her, Mom. And if you truly care about my happiness, you'll find a way to love her too.
See, I'm not half the fool your mother has clearly painted me up to be.
Okay, look, I know that you're bitter over everything that's happened between you and Mom.
It doesn't even begin to cover it.
But assuming you were ever in love, there has to be a part of you that still remembers how you felt when you first met her. That's how I feel about Emily. Except I'd never treat Emily the way you're treating Mom.
No, you say that, but you'll be at each other's throat. In the end, you'll say you'll cheat on her, she'll cheat on you, and then one day you'll find out she's been keeping a secret so big, it'll destroy your whole family.
And Daniel tells me you're independently wealthy.
Here's the small miracles.
She studies cultures all around the world, speaks several different languages, devotes her time to charity.
Wow.
She's pretty special.
Beauty, brains, and a big heart to boot. You know who you remind me of? Victoria. Don't you all see the resemblance?
What makes you think that she'll give up the Grayson name and everything that comes with it so easily? She's worked so hard for the privilege in just 3 months.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I know the type. I was once just like her. Ambitious, driven.
Yes, by greed and insecurity. Emily's generous and decent. She's nothing like you.
We'll find out soon enough, won't we?
As far as I'm concerned, Emily is the only one here who seems to have Daniel's best interest at heart.
No one loves my son more than I do.
Everyone's looking for a member of the 1% to smack down, and Daniel is tailor-made to take that fall.
You're going to catch your death.
That seems inevitable.
Daniel, don't be morbid.
How about realistic? No jury in their right mind is gonna be sympathetic to me.
You don't know that yet.
Look at my track record. Last summer I got wasted, crashed my car, and nearly paralyzed my girlfriend. This summer I shot my best friend.
In self-defense.
In cold blood. I would have fired all 3 bullets if I had the chance.
That's a thought the jury is never going to hear.
Jack Porter's back. Yeah, he's in her house right now making a fire, and God knows what else.
I long for the days before Emily Thorne and her self-righteous indignation became part of our daily lives. Well, she'll learn soon enough. The downside of taking that kind of moral high ground is that you have a lot farther to fall. You see, even long before the day of your engagement party, I knew that your future with Daniel was as empty as that box. Now, best of luck with your next endeavor.
I am so sorry for all the hell my mother put you through while we were together. No one in their right mind would choose to live inside this family. I despise her.
Word of advice? Keep it to yourself. The only way to beat your mother is to play her game better than she does.
Feel free to use one for each of your 2 faces.
Why are you here late and not with your fiancée?
She just called to say she was sleeping in the city.
Oh, what is she up to?
I didn't ask.
Well, perhaps you should. An engagement is time to ask questions. You don't want to find yourself marrying a stranger.
Emily's hardly a stranger.
Oh, I'm not so sure.
She's not intentionally keeping things from me.
Really? Not even her past with Aiden Matthews? Sweetheart, were you aware that even after you asked for her hand in marriage, she was sleeping with him? Yes, you've always known that I've doubted your devotion to my son. And I've never questioned his until now.
Daniel and I are nothing like you and Conrad.
We're more alike than you think. Go on. See for yourself.
Hello again, Mrs. Grayson. It seems your son and his lady friend have settled in for the night. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No. That'll be all.
The wedding is less than 2 days away, my dear. Damage is already done. You know, Emily, you surprised me. After learning her fiancé was in the arms of another, most self-respecting women would call things off.
And many wives would leave their husbands, and yet here we are.
Am I to assume that you address this with Daniel?
Daniel is going to be my husband and the father of my children. I'll address it the way I see fit.
You are marrying one girl and you're in love with another,
No,
Daniel.
you don't know a damn thing about who I love.
I think I do, and so does Emily, and that's why she trapped you into this pregnancy.
Completely lost your mind, you know that?
Listen to me, she is a con artist.
She is going to be my wife, whether you like it or not. You know why? Because she is giving me the opportunity to raise a child the right way, in a loving home.
Not with the loveless marriage. Daniel, open your eyes! She
Enough.
deceived you from day one!
This time tomorrow, Emily and I will be married. You lost. Okay, it's over.
To what do I owe this visit? Another empty gift box? Perhaps one for the baby?
Well, the time has run out for such frivolity. Your wedding is tomorrow, and the game is over. I've washed my hands of it. Instead, I found a place at the main table for Nolan Ross. He's welcome to my spot.
I know. I know everything. You've been right about Emily from the start. I did it. I shot her. I didn't go up there to hurt her. I was just so angry.
You have to understand that Emily set you up. For all we know, she put the gun there. She is a monster. I will not allow you to sacrifice yourself for her cruelty.
I know it was you, Daniel. But I forgive you. I know you only sought revenge because you thought I deserved it, but that doesn't change the fact that I love you.
Are you nuts?
Like I said, I love your son. And I like the lifestyle. I'm not going anywhere.
Screw you.
I've endured over 25 years in a loveless marriage. You two will figure things out until we find a more permanent solution.
Seems I am home after all.
You're poking a dangerous bear, though. She's waging psychological warfare on this family. You are foolishly taunting her with your infidelity.
Well, after the hell that bitch has put me through, she deserves to have her nose rubbed in it.
It's a fine strategy if it's just the two of you, but you brought Sarah onto this battlefield. She is a soft target. Emily will crush her. I know, because I dismantled Conrad's first wife in a similar manner.
Well, I appreciate the concern, but I'll dismantle mine my way, limb by limb.
It was my assumption that Aiden had left town after I kicked him out of the house.
Well, I'm glad he stuck around because I finally have my ticket out of this marriage. I'm just waiting for her to get home. You know, that's the first smile I've seen on you in a while.
May I ask you a favor? Please give me a front row seat when you tell her.
Now that you're leaving, I figured it was time. We're getting a divorce.
Since I know how much you covet our lifestyle.
It's far more than you deserve, but small price to pay to get you out.
I can't believe this. I forgave Daniel for so much. He shot me on a night that should have been a dream come true and to force me into blaming Lydia Davis. I did it all for Daniel. After everything we've been through, all of the anguish, who could blame me for finding comfort in the arms of someone else? Consider that a preview to my testimony.
She's trying to goad you.
I want her out.
How could you?
I'm sorry.
Faking a pregnancy to force Daniel into marriage? What kind of lunatic are you?
You want to do this now?
You can run, Emily, but this will follow you. Your dirty little secret is out. You're nothing but a fraud and a liar who deceived my son into marriage. Emily Thorne, you are done here.
After everything I've done to protect you, Daniel.
This is over. You know, it's just sick how you two live to destroy each other. I suggest you follow her lead and disappear.
This girl is mentally imbalanced.
So she's a friend of yours.
I am serious, Daniel.
I can handle her.
You once said the exact same thing about Emily Thorne.
Not only you could frame lying to me as a kindness. I don't even know if I'm capable of feeling anything real anymore. I've closed myself off to it. It'd be really easy to blame Emily for that. This goes further back, knowing what you were capable of all those years ago.
You blame me. You think you really know what happened? Well, here it is. Your father's business practices forced me to make a despicable choice. It was either my lover's life or my son, and I sacrificed David and chose you. Daniel, I will always choose you.
No, this is what you do. This is exactly what I'm talking about. There's always an explanation for how and why you love because you were terrified to be alone. Look at you now, you're alone. So thanks, Mom. Thanks for being a cautionary tale. One I won't dare let happen to me. He forced us to face the truth. And you know what? I'm grateful because it means I can't hide from it anymore. We have to stop lying to ourselves because surviving is all that matters, just like Dad said. But he was wrong. Surviving's not living. It's hiding. Yeah, we throw big parties, give ourselves awards to cover up the truth. We're not special. We're cowards. And if I get the chance, I'm teaching my child to be better than that. I'm done running.
What irony. Daniel spent his last minutes on this earth saving your life, and yet you were the whole reason he died. I always worried that you would be his downfall. How could I not see that you would be his death?